Welcome to Silent Screams. You're about to embark on a journey like no other. A story that will grip you, make your pulse race, and leave you wondering whether you're alone or something else is with you in the dark. Imagine this. It's late at night, the road is quiet, and the only sound you hear is the low hum of your car's engine as you drive through the deserted highway. You're alone, or so you think. The headlights cast long shadows on the road ahead, illuminating nothing but endless trees and thick fog that clings to the ground like an uninvited presence. You've driven down this road hundreds of times, but tonight, something feels different. The air is heavy, thick with an unsettling stillness, as if the world is holding its breath. You glance at the clock, 2:47 a.m. It's way past midnight, and there's no sign of another car. The silence is oppressive, but then you hear it, a whisper, soft, unclear. You freeze, hands gripping the steering wheel a little tighter. The whisper seems to come from just outside the window, but when you look, there's nothing, only the dark, endless expanse of trees. Just your mind playing tricks, you tell yourself, trying to brush off the creeping unease that's starting to crawl up your spine. But as you drive, you feel it again. That same whisper, this time louder, clearer. You look around, your heart beginning to race. There's no one here, not a soul in sight. But then, as your eyes dart to the rearview mirror, you see it, just a flash. A shadow moving quickly behind you, too fast to be a trick of the light. You slam your foot down on the gas, urging the car to go faster, but the shadow in the mirror seems to stay with you. Closer. Your breath catches in your throat. What is that? You press on, speeding down the dark road, trying to ignore the feeling of being watched, but something is wrong. You feel it in your bones now. The temperature inside the car drops suddenly, and your breath fogs in the air. The lights of your car flicker once, twice, before they go out completely, plunging you into darkness. Heart racing, you try to start the engine again, but it won't turn over. Panic begins to rise in your chest. You try the headlights again. Nothing. You're alone. Or are you? Out of the corner of your eye, you see something moving. No, not moving. It's floating in the distance. A figure, pale, blurred, barely visible, standing in the middle of the road. Its arms stretch out in an unnatural way. You rub your eyes, trying to make sense of what you're seeing. It's like a mirage. No, it's real. Suddenly, the figure moves closer, gliding towards you, and you hear that whisper again. This time, it's right beside you. The voice is low, raspy, like nails scraping against a chalkboard. Turn around. You slam the car into reverse, desperate to get away, but the figure is still there, right in front of you, blocking the way. You want to scream, to cry out, but your voice is trapped in your throat. The figure reaches out towards you, and in a flash, everything changes. The road, the car, the trees, all of it disappears, replaced by a vast, empty blackness. You're not even sure if you're still in your car, or if you've stepped into another world entirely. The whisper comes again, this time louder, more urgent. Turn around, before it's too late. But before you can react, the car jerks forward, and you feel it. A pull. Something is dragging you, and no matter how hard you grip the wheel, you can't stop it. The darkness around you swallows everything. The only light now comes from the faint glow of the dashboard, flickering and dimming. Your hands sweat, your pulse is pounding in your ears, and then you hear it. A sound, soft, almost like a lullaby. You look around, but there's no one, not a soul. The sound is coming from nowhere, yet it's everywhere. You turn the wheel instinctively, hoping to get away, but the road now seems to stretch endlessly, winding through dense woods that you don't remember passing. The trees have no leaves, their branches twisted and blackened. The road beneath you seems to be changing, becoming more like dirt and gravel, but you don't remember ever leaving the paved highway. The figure is back, standing just ahead. It's closer now, closer than before. The whisper turns to a scream, an inhuman wail that echoes through the night. "Turn around," it screams, "turn around." But it's too late. You can't stop now. The road has you, the car has you, and as you speed forward, you see it again, the shadow, the one from your rearview mirror. It's there, standing by the side of the road, its face twisted and unrecognizable, a grotesque mask of fear and anguish. Its mouth opens wide, too wide, impossibly wide, and you hear the screams again, louder this time. Suddenly, the headlights flicker back on, revealing an old, crumbling sign. You squint, trying to read it, but the words are faded, barely legible. It says something about a cursed road, a P